Hey, what's going on, Nick?
Yeah. You're right, Jay. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah. I'm not too bad, brother. I'm not too bad. I hope everyone what's just joining the stream's okay. And yeah, looking forward to tonight's
Yeah.
stream.
So,
Really.
yeah, I'm me, mate. So this is just the thing what me and Nick do. It's just one video a month where you lot can check in. Me and Nick have had past experiences and things like mental health's massive. Um, we're now doctors by any means, but talking helps, and it's a chance for you guys, to phone in and talk about things that you've either gone through or you're going through, and talking. It's a massive thing, isn't it, Nick? There's no
Yeah.
shame in talking about stuff, is there?
No. I mean, I've mentioned it on previous streams. It's what's kept me sane. Is talking about it. Do you know what I mean? Talking about it, brother. Sorry, I was just looking at something on Twitter then. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Like we've done a few of these now, haven't we, mate? And we've had some good response from people that have phoned in, people that have commented about how they deal with their mental health and depression and stuff like that, grief.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It comes in many forms, doesn't it? I mean, this is what I wanted to show you because now it's just mad how broad mental health actually is. I mean, you look at this, you got depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, post traumatic stress disorder, eating disorder, neurodevelopmental disorder, anxiety disorders, disruptive behaviour, and social disorders. Anxiety is the biggie for me.
yeah, and me
One that,
probably.
that's one that got me the most. Like more so a few years ago. I get anxious every now and then, but it's nowhere near as nowhere near as bad as it was. When it pretty much ruined my life. And then the back end of that, then I had depression, but that was just through a breakup. But just it's just mad how wide the spectrum is and how it affects everybody differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it comes in many forms, like you just showed there. I mean, we've got a few viewers what suffer from PTSD through
Yeah,
being in the army and stuff like that. And PTSD can come in all forms, even from trauma.
yeah,
Do you
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? From when you was a child, if you was abused or seen some kind of like nasty incident when you was a young kid. Do you know what I mean? It can play out in your adult life.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, but just quickly on a brighter note before we get into the nitty gritty, I just wanted to say well done Blues yesterday. I wasn't there yesterday, but I managed to watch it, man. And how good was we, Joe?
Superb, mate. First off, it was pretty even, and after getting back home and then watching Chris Davis's interview, like after the game and that, he was bang on from everything he said, mate. I agreed with. Second half, we just kept pressing, didn't back off like how we did last season. We carried on, persevered, and then eventually broke through it, mate. And yeah, broke them down. Brilliant.
Yeah. The second half was unbelievable. That pressing from the front. So I think we got three. Was three of the goals from the pressing? We forced him. No, it was either three or two of the goals come from pressing them, the defenders into mistakes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tyler Roberts and Alfie May. I think it was the last goal. I'm sure
Did
it
you
was
see
the
when
last.
Tyler Roberts was trying to call for the ball when Alfie May scored the last one? He could have passed it to Tyler, couldn't he? Really? But
Yeah.
he carried on and went through it. Like I was laughing. I was like, Tyler, man, poor Tyler. He wanted the ball, didn't he? Like he was calling for it, like. But yeah, I mean that was down to Tyler again, mate. Like you know what I mean? He ain't a goal scorer. But every time he has the ball around that 18-yard box, he either scuffs it, puts a tackle in, or attempts to shoot and misses. And every time a Blues player will get the ball and score off it, and he just proved it yesterday. He got the ball off one of the Albion defenders at the back. Alfie May got the ball, and yeah, goal.
He played his best football, playing this style of football, Jack, under
Yeah,
Bielsa.
yeah,
This is how his name became kind of like I don't know whether famous is a word, but he definitely started he was definitely when he was at Leeds and he was doing playing a very similar style to football that Chris Davies is playing now. He was brilliant for Leeds. So I think this will really suit Tyler Roberts. This, I'm quite like with Williamson playing in that 10. Like I kind of get it in terms of having someone physical up there with Alfie May. But like, I'm kind of tempted. I'm tempted to start Tyler Robertson in that 10 position.
Yeah,
If it was me, but I think he's going to go with Williamson, and maybe give him a couple of free games, see if he can get proper up and running Williamson, because he just seems a little bit. He's just like to kind of get into grips with it, in my opinion. But like I say, look at all the subs what come on and change the game, man.
Brilliant, mate. But how's things for you anyway, Nick, since we last spoke? Because I know you was going through a few stuff. So this is what me and Nick do. This is a podcast, and we've kind of gone through, like, grow through what you go through. So things that have happened in your life, and I know you've had a bit of a tricky spell, haven't you, Nick? I mean, are you all right and stuff like the last few days?
Yeah, but I think like that from the last time we've done one of these, which was probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was in my stuff a bit, like about 3 or 4 weeks ago, in terms of I think I was having a bad couple of days with the breakup, my breakup of my partner. I've been with 8 years. So yeah, I'm a lot better than I was the last time we checked in, 100%. And definitely a lot better. But again, like sometimes, Jay, like it can catch me off guard. Do you know what I mean? He done it the other day. What happened? I was driving and a song came on the radio while I was driving, which reminded me of her, and I just started getting all sad again, man. But what I've tried to been practice now is like when the thought of her comes into my head, because I think, I'll just text her or ring her, or see if she's kind of changed her mind or anything like that. Is when that thought comes into my head, when I start thinking about her, literally, it's like having another voice going, listen, this is no good for you. Get that out of your head. She don't want to know. Do you know what I mean? And just because it can go on for hours and hours. Do you know what I mean? Me feeling really sad. But yeah, I've been all right. I've been really good since the last time I spoke to you. Whether that be talking about it on here or what, I don't know. But yeah, I've been good. What about you, Jack?
All right, mate. Actually had a bit of an anxious spell about 3 or 4 days ago. But it gets me more like physically. So I get like the nauseous, feeling sick, lightheaded, sweats. I get like sweaty palms, and my wife like clocks on because you're getting a bit anxious, aren't you? And I was just literally sitting on the sofa, watching telly, and I went all like funny, like I was like, like I'm having like a bit of like a panic attack, but like because of how I was like years ago. I know how to deal with it now, like, and there's like certain things, like breathing techniques, and it only lasted probably like half an hour, 20 minutes, but you just got to get through it. And but yeah, I mean, that was a few days ago. I mean, it's rare I'll get them now, really. It's like very rare, but yeah, I mean, it caught me off guard the other day, and it's just something you have to deal with. But I mean, the good thing is, he's talking about it, realising what it is, and then finding ways to deal with it and cope with it. And it's just like you said, when you hear the songs about your ex-girlfriend coming on and you're finding ways to think, and it's literally all down to your mindset. And that's what it is. It is in your mind. It brings on these things that you think about, these physical forms as well, and it's how you can then find ways of coping and getting through it and just changing your mindset, basically. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
And, you go gym and stuff out, and that's a good thing. It's a good way of like releasing, certain emotions. And when you come, I'm sure when you come out of the gym, you feel really good, don't you? So doing
gym
to make you feel better is massive.
Yeah, gym's been a massive thing for me in the last probably since March. So I don't know, 4 months, 4 or 5 months. I've been going gym pretty much every day. No, probably about 5-6 times a week. Now, there's
Yeah.
been weeks where I've gone every day for an hour, and it's definitely helped, man. And I was one of them people where, I, doing exercise in terms of like lifting weights and stuff like that, I was just thinking I can't see the point in it, especially at my age. But no, it's really helped me over the last 4 months going to the gym. Like I go with my pal. We push each other. And it just, and I do come out of it, like you said, Jack, come out of there and I just feel 10 times better than when I walked in. And there's been, and you'll know yourself, there's days where like I wake up and I think, I ain't going to the gym today.
Yeah.
Like that, do you know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10, I end up getting in there. And as long as I keep pushing myself, I'll always come out of that gym feeling better. So, an exercise, even just walking and stuff like that, go for a
It's
walk.
massive. Yeah, it's
Because
massive.
there's been times in my life, mate, quite a few years ago now, where like I was getting them anxiety attacks, and it was literally like it took me about half an hour to an hour to get out the door. I'd like go to open the door, then I'd like I was that anxious that I'd go back in and think I'd have to do something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd forgot something. I was like making excuses for me not to go out. It was weird. It was, but it has got a lot better. But it's one of them things what you can come back at any time, can't it?
But the good thing is though about the whole thing is you know how to deal with it when it does. Whereas the first time you experience it, I mean, when I went through it, I was convinced that I was like physically ill. The doctors were telling me like, "Oh, you got anxiety, like you going through it," and I was like, "Well, no," because I was like in denial about the whole thing because it didn't feel like it, but it was causing a lot of physical symptoms. So that's why I was thinking that there's something wrong with me. You've missed things, and I was like, "Well, no," and then there's like different things you can attend. CBT therapy is really good. When you see a counsellor, they actually go, they ask you questions, they give you like homework to do, things to read, changing your mindset. They go all through your history of growing up and stuff, all the events that you've gone through, like big events, and it's literally like my mum explained to me now, like it's the same as stacking a big pile of books up, and when you push the books over, that's how you are with the mental health scenario. Like with that pressure, with the pile of books, there's only so much that you can take mentally before the books fall over. I.e., you start to have things play in your mind and stuff. And I thought that was a good analogy of mental health and things. But yeah, I mean, CBT therapy is really good. I mean, there's loads of professional help. We do this just so we talk about how we're feeling, checking in with each other and everybody else as well that likes to watch this kind of stuff as well. And to make people just talk about things, feel more at ease. We're not here to judge people, are we, Nick? It's just a platform where we can all talk and just talk about things, and try and feel better and just help each other.
Yeah, mate, 100%. You told your story kind of last time he was on, I think, and I could totally relate to it, mate. And I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think mental health. It affects all different age ranges, but I think in this day and age, I think we see a lot of mental health in kids, and I put it down to social media. I do. I really do. The state of the country and the world has never been in a worse place anyway. That don't help. But definitely social media, you've got Instagram, TikTok, and can you imagine being like a 12-year-old girl or even a boy, and they're posting these pictures and they look perfect and all that. It must be horrible. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got this thing to look like.
Try and compete and
it's like a competition thing.
If they look like that, then I want to look like it, like that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's pretty much from the ages of 7, 8, 9, maybe up until to 70, 80, 90 years of age. People suffer from it. Can I just read this comment out, Jay?
Yeah. Do you want me to turn the phones on as well in case people want to ring in and stuff?
Yeah, man, turn the phones on, brother.
Alright.
Keith, great thing you're doing here, lads. I have anxiety and chronic depression. Yeah, I've had depression as well. I mean, I've had both. Keith, we both have. And have recently been put on sertraline. So it's nice to hear someone offering a platform for us to open up. Yeah, nice one, Keith. The doctor put me on sertraline in lockdown for about 18 months. And what it was, Keith, with me with the sertraline, it didn't really do nothing to me. Although I've got friends that are on sertraline swear by. Do you know what I mean? And so if it's working for you, keep taking it, Keith. How are you feeling since he's prescribed the sertraline? Is it working for you? Because I've got a really good friend. He's older than me. He's in his 60s. And he was prescribed them around about the same time as me in 2020, 2021. And he swears by them. He's on a couple of 100 mil of them sertraline. So there is all sorts of kind of remedies, medication, like Jay talked about, CBT, exercise.
Buddhism as well. A lot of my tattoos relate to experiences I went through. I mean, I've got like a lot of Oriental tattoos, like Buddhism stuff, and that's like stuff that have got me through certain things. Like a meditation. I'm not a Buddhist, but I like their way of thinking and naturally like changing your mindset, meditating, and that kind of stuff. And like it's good stuff to make you feel better. Yoga and things like that, and.
Yeah, we've got a Buddhist centre just round the corner from me in Moseley.
Just go
I've been there, Joe. I've been there a few times, mate. I signed up to I've done about 3 or 4 6-week courses with them. You go out every Tuesday and a Thursday. It's Moseley Buddhist Centre. If anyone's in Birmingham and interested in it, really, really good. Calms your mind. It's just so quiet in there as well. And even before you go into the studio thing, like they're so helpful there. They give you a cup of tea, you have a natter with other people, and it's just people's heads are just that busy that they just want a space to go and meditate. Do you know what I mean? For a bit. Buddhism's great, mate. Do you know what I fall asleep to every night, Jay? Is listening to on YouTube. I black out the screen, obviously, because I don't want the room being light. I listen to like people like Alan Watts, things about Buddhism, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And look at Joe Dispenza as well. He's good. Loads of stuff. I always have to have something to listen to when I go to sleep. That helps me get off as well.
Yeah. Well, that's why, I've got like a lot of tattoos, and a lot of it is like events that have. When you'd look at me, like in the flesh of people have saw me, and you think, he's got a lot of tattoos, but all these have meanings and they relate to some things that I've gone through, and and that's part of the reason of because I've looked back on some of the things I've had and I think, bloody hell, I remember why I had that, and that was the reason for it. Certain events that happen in your life and things like that. So, a lot of my tattoos are things that have happened in my life.
I remember you talking about it, brother. They've got meaning behind them now, your tattoos.
Yeah, all of them have.
Just quickly going off topic. I think we'll see 4 more. I don't know whether it'll be 4 more this week, Blue Sumley, but I think we'll definitely see another 4. Sariki Dembele, man, what did you think of him, John?
Good, mate. Yeah, really good. A couple of times where he clung onto the ball a bit too much again, but apart from that, mate, superb, brilliant. That's just a little minor man, but yeah, he was brilliant. He's definitely changed for the better this pre-season, definitely. He's more of a team player. But yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, but I think Chris Davis likes him as well. Yeah. I really do. I think Chris Davis likes him. I've seen. I've been out most of the day. I've literally just got back, and I've seen reports that were in for his brother as well, and a little Japanese fella. I haven't read the articles properly because I literally haven't had time. Been so busy. I think it's a forward.
Hang on, Nick. Can I just read this comment out real quick?
Yeah.
It's all right. There's a comment off Blue Shadow. Jay, on the way to the Blues, by any chance, did you pass Moore Street Station as I thought you walked past me? Yeah, I did walk past Moore Street, but I didn't hear you call me. I called your name, but you didn't answer, so I wasn't sure if you... Yeah, it probably was me, but I was probably just sound out. Yeah, I never heard you. I'm really sorry.
I'm just going to get a drink, Jay, all right?
Help me next time, or shout louder.
Jay, I'm just going to get a drink, brother.
Yeah, so mate, no worries. Dino, AJ and Nick. JJ isn't going anywhere. Davis has started him every game. Love watching the Blues sat. Bielik, I believe, hurt his shoulder. Already popped but red today. It's sore and needs to rest, hopefully. Be back sat. Yeah, fingers crossed. I've dislocated my shoulder as well, and it's not very pleasant. It bloody hurts. Jay, what are your breathing techniques? So what I do is I count to 4 and I pick an object in a room. I don't know, just for example, like a computer monitor or like a TV, and I look at the corners and I count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then big breath in, count for 20 seconds, and then just a big breath out. I do about 5 to 10 of them, and they're really good as well. It just takes your mind off how you're feeling. That's one of the things I learned when I went into CBT. That was really good. But if you haven't been to CBT, he's really good. They teach you this kind of stuff. But one of the best things for me, like I spoke about on a few videos, is acupuncture. You know, like body stuff. I love all that stuff. Really good for your mind.
Sorry, mate.
Hopefully, I've got support. Dr. Northcroft, Nick J from Lee Burke. That's brilliant, Lee.
Yeah, Lee's got a bit of autism going on, isn't he? So, yeah. Hope you well, Lee. I'm going to get in touch with you this week, Lee. I've got a shirt for you, brother. Emza, evening, all great win yesterday. Hope you're all good. Evening, Emza. You're right,
I bumped into his dad yesterday, Nick.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, his dad tapped me on the shoulder on the train. He went, "My lad watches you," and I was like, "No, I use that." And he said it's the one with the Ghostbusters logo on. Yeah, I was speaking to his dad on the train on the way to the Blues. Yeah,
No,
really nice guy. Like, he was
yeah.
talking about Chris Davis, and he was saying he's been down the Blues for years and he'll try and get back into it. But yeah, honestly, great chat and a really nice bloke. Just got to meet you now, Mazza King.
Yeah, Emza, man. So yeah, that's right. Jai gets spotted everywhere. Jai does. Famous. Dino, you're right, Dino. How are you, mate? Hi, August. It's the month. The month my mum was killed. The police find her body, and my birthday all in 1 month. Yeah, we talked about shocking what Dino's went through, weren't it?
Yeah,
I think it was about 4 years ago now. Yeah, so yeah, right. Well, Dino, man.
But yeah, the phone lines are on if people want to ring in as well. Blue Shadows sent a few poems in as well. Big Tony Zulu's phoned me earlier as well, and he said he's had a brilliant weekend. And since we've been doing this, Nick, and doing the Blues podcast as well, he said it's been helping him.
Oh, good.
And as the weeks have gone on, mate, I mean, he sounds like a different, bloke on the phone when he phoned me today, and he just says he wants to send everybody his love on the group today on the chat. And to ring in and not be afraid to, talk about things. He says, if I can do it, then everybody can do it. So, yeah, the phone is on. If you do want to talk to us, we're not here to judge you, like we said. We're just here to, try and help. And, just talking helps, doesn't it, Nick?
Yeah, 100%. I forgot Tony's away this weekend, didn't he?
Yeah, he's playing golf, yeah.
How's that where he's gone, Joe, to play golf?
Yeah, and a golf. And he said a couple of Tottenham fans there as well saying that Chris Davis is really good. You said you'll be surprised. Tottenham fans reckon he ain't even getting started yet. Says you wait till you see what he can do and stuff. So that's interesting to hear. But yeah, Big Tony sends his love and he's doing really well. Good
to hear, man. Yeah. Chris Davis. Just quickly on Chris Davis, he's definitely copying. Well, I mean, that sounds nasty to copying, but we definitely look like an Ange Postecoglou side. Do you know what I mean? Which honestly, mate, like to watch Tottenham. If you watch Tottenham, then first 10 games, they just ran out of puff and got found out a little bit towards the end of the season. They were unreal. I think they won the first 10 games. They did under Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham last season. It's high intensity. It's lovely football to watch, man. And you know, when I said on my channel a few days ago, like this could be just a one-off season. Do you know what I mean? In terms of watching Blues play some completely different football, and just be like it's just yeah, man. I'm just excited, especially after watching that yesterday. Blue Shadow saying, I find it hard to talk to people, especially when my anxiety starts, and especially when my depression hits. I was put on pills, but it made me worse. I was more depressed, plus insomnia. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you've said about your insomnia, your Blue Shadow. Have you?
Yeah, mate, for weeks, mate. Like,
Have you?
yeah, mate, getting like half an hour sleep. But again, it's a vicious circle because it gives you don't get enough sleep and you get bad insomnia triggered through the anxiety, like, and the depression. The lack of sleep, it gives you like physical symptoms. So, pins and needles, severe cramps, real bad headaches, blurred vision, that kind of stuff. And it's just like it makes you feel like that you're ill, but it's because you're suffering mentally that's giving you these symptoms. It's like a vicious circle. You've got to try and. I mean, she's really good at doing the poetry and stuff. It's brilliant. Tony likes his painting and playing golf to take his mind off things. We like doing this, don't we? Doesn't matter what you do, finding ways to, change your mindset and just find things you enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, like you just said then, Jay. I mean, this helps my mental health. Do you know what I mean? I've been doing this a year now, and I suffer from anxiety. I remember doing my first live stream, man, and I was so anxious. But it don't have to be like I can be just anxious in normal life. You don't have to be coming on YouTube and doing a podcast. But yeah, I remember just pushing through that anxiety, man. I could feel it here, the anxiety, and pushing through it. The first live video I'd done, and and it's just practice. Keep doing it, like Tony said. Look at Tony now; he's thriving, man. Do you know what I mean? I think Tony was pretty much not doing a great deal, pretty much isolated before he started engaging with us, weren't he, Jay? Like you just said. Yeah. Now he's out playing golf. He's been the Blues with us, isn't he? Shrewsbury.
That was massive for him, weren't it? I mean, the Blues one.
Yeah.
Nearly turned around, didn't he? Because he couldn't find it, could he? Me and using the pub, weren't we, having a pint together, and he was getting a bit stressed because he couldn't find where he was going, and he just ploughed through it, didn't he? Like he carried on.
He ploughed through it, man.
Found it, and when he got there, he loved it, didn't he?
He absolutely loved it. So yeah, man. I just urge you just to try and. I mean, as well, Blue Shadow. Like I've gone through mad depressive spells. I can't find that comment now. Like, do you know what? It's mad because I've been split up with my bird now 6 months, and I went through a depressive spell, obviously, for the first 3 months. When I look back, I was quite depressed when I was with her as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but when I look back, I think, no way, I wasn't that happy anyway. So
I mean, my wife I'm married to now, Nick. I mean, for the first 3, I mean, we've been together now 10 years. For the first 3 years, I mean, the breakup I had 2 years on my own, and then I met my wife I'm married to now. But when we first met, the first 3 years, mate, I was in a right mess, and she could have literally walked. She's my rock. Because she's been there for me when I've been at my lowest. And if someone can be there for you when you're at your lowest, that's a keeper to me. She got me through it, and mate, I weren't myself at all, mate. I was just literally. I mean, I just remember floating through the days, and looking at myself in the mirror and just
Not
completely
recognised.
lost. Yeah, just completely lost in my own head, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on with me?" Like, you know,
Yeah, yeah. I remember you telling me that
weren't
actually.
eating, weren't sleeping, and just mate, I was a right mess, and now she was
Mm.
there for me, man.
Yeah, yeah. Fair play, Gemma, man. Fair play. You've stuck with him. You know what I mean. And you've got yourself a good man. You've got kids. You've got a lovely family. So, and the thing was, Jay, like my ex missus went through a lot with me. She for a couple of years, I was right off the rails, mate. Do you know what I mean? And my ex missus was straight as a die. Do you know what I mean? I
Mm.
went right off the rails, mate. Probably about 2 years solid, then another year in between, and she did stick with me. She just done too many not bad things. I was just a bit of a fucking arsehole, if I'm being honest. But yeah, yeah, fair play to Gemma, man. You got a good woman there, Joe.
Cheers, Nick.
So keeps going on about the tablets asked about sertraline. It's too early to say how it's working with me, but a shout out to Reese Block 39. He doesn't realise how much inviting me to Block 39 changed my feelings towards going the blues and looking at my dad's empty seat. No way.
Oh, I mean, that's another thing. Taking tablets and stuff are there for a reason, and it's brilliant that you're doing that because you're trying to find a way to make yourself feel better. And I've been on them sertraline as well, and they do help.
Yeah, they do, yeah. And the thing is, Jay, like,
You're there for a reason. The research that are known to help. So, I mean, if that's your way of feeling better, then do it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, few of my pals swear by them sertraline. But yeah, yeah. Do you know what it's all about for me? It's about connection.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's about connection. If you're in your
Doing things
house
like
on
this.
your own, pardon,
Doing things like this.
doing things like this, if you're in the house on your own and you're not going out and you're not connecting with people, even if it's by social media at the beginning,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what was good for me. Like, and this wasn't even that long ago. I wasn't even like the only way I'd contact someone, and I'm talking family, this Jack, would be text messaging them. So what I started doing was someone suggested to me, why don't you, instead of texting them, because I used to get anxious about ringing anyone and
Yeah.
speaking to them face to face. So what I started doing, instead of texting people, I was sending them voice notes. That might sound daft to some people, but that's
No,
a
no.
massive step. Do you know what I mean? And started sending voice notes. So instead of, I send them to you, don't I, Joe?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
All the time. So when you look at it, you think, why am I going to sit there
Type when you can just
and I
talk.
get it. I get it why people want to text because I was doing it for years, and it's only recently I've started sending voice notes. Why do people want to sit there? Why did I want to sit there and type out a massive long thing when I can just click a button and say it? So that's pushing through anxiety. Little things like that. Do you know what I mean? How and a ring. If I want to speak to someone or ask how they're doing, then I'll ring them now as well. Do you know what I mean? If I need to speak to them, kind of thing.
When
But
it's like Tony today, I mean, just we've met Tony now, but he found my personal number. He turned around to me, mate. I mean, he took me away. To be honest, he just blew me away because he said, I can talk to you because you're a real mate. I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
"Hell, Tony, like how nice is that?" And all this is built from doing this,
yeah, yeah.
and I can't believe how much he's changed. I mean, for the better and stuff as well. He's
It's
learning to
changed.
help with things more. He's doing things more that he enjoys, and that it's brilliant. And this
Yeah, yeah,
sponsorship pounds are on, so please, if you are going through stuff, please don't suffer. Talk to us. We're not here to judge. Me and Nick have been through it. It's just a platform where you can talk and get things off your chest.
yeah. And it's not as if like me and Jay have like gone through it and we're not going through it still. It comes, but
Yeah,
like definitely with
man,
me, it
2
comes
days
back.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, Joe, you had it a couple of days ago, didn't you?
In telly with the wife, and just went all funny and just happens.
Yeah,
But the good thing is, I've been through it. I've acknowledged it. And I know how to
mm,
deal with it. So it
yeah, man.
doesn't last nowhere near as long. It's nowhere near as bad. I've just got to find ways of, I mean, this ain't happened for like months and months. But I
Yeah,
just had a funny spell, and it happens. It happens now.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
The
I
blue,
had a
go on, sorry.
spell where it had gone for ages, but sometimes it can creep up on you, unfortunately. But you just got to find ways of dealing with it. And
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Blue Shadow saying, shoot, shoot the bottle of vodka down in the bottle of vodka as a sambucas just to numb the pain. Yeah, I get that, man. But in the end, I knew it wouldn't be the answer I was looking for. I haven't touched any alcohol now for just over a year. Well done, Blue Shadow.
well done.
Do you know, and I'm quite open about when I was younger and I used to take drugs and stuff like that, and that was pretty much to numb the pain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Numb the pain, isolate. You. In the end, it was at the start it was taking drugs socially, and then in the end, I ended up on isolated, taking drugs, drinking, stuff like that, and I seek help. I'll go to mutual aid meetings to help with that. So
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
yeah,
Well, I mean, even that, mate, just talking about that, I mean, mate, fair play to you, mate.
mm. Well,
Proud of
people
you,
know. Yeah, people know. A lot of people who know me, know the kind of past I've had anyway. So yeah, and the thing is, Jay, like when I go to these mutual aid meetings, it's second nature for me to talk about my past and how I struggle and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
mate.
I dislocated my collarbone when I was 10. Bone didn't heal properly and still pops out now and again, which leaves me in total agony.
Ooh.
Have you got that sorted, Blue Shadow? Does that still happen now? You're right, Thomas. Stay strong, everyone. Remember to talk. Don't be ashamed to talk about anything you're going through. I
100%. But it's
couldn't
like
do
even
it.
this, this is a blues channel in theory, but this particular podcast doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, what you believe in, wherever. We're all human beings. Please don't sit there and bottle things up. Even if you can't speak to me and Nick, just seek professional help as well. Because we're not doctors, are we, Nick? This is just a platform where we
No.
can all talk and come together. And
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even if someone was, Lee Burke's done it, innit? He's rang in and just, said a few words, said hello, talked a little bit about the blues, and that's massive, man. If one of you what's watching this podcast now can just ring in and say a couple of words, honest to God, like Tony says, you'll come off this stream feeling a hell of a lot better. Just for saying a few words. So if you're 50-50 and ringing in, just ring in, man. Like, no one's judging. There's only a few people watching. Me and Jay are here for you. You know
we've
what I mean?
spoken about our past and stuff, haven't we, Nick? And current stuff as well we're going through. And this is what it's about.
Yeah, we've got you, man.
I don't
We've
care
got
what
you.
people think of me. I just want to help.
Yeah, no, mate.
You know what I mean? I'm sure you feel the same as well, Nick.
Yeah, 100%.
Did we read? Oh, go on. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, I was just reading Engelman's Dembele's brother with Blackpool. Was it at Blackpool then for a bit, Engelman, was it? Blackpool got 8 goals for no, didn't even know it was a Blackpool brother. I didn't even know he played. To be fair, I've done no research. I mean, I've seen the Pete contacted me today and said, "Have you seen the Dembele thingy links?" And I had a quick look at it, but I haven't done no research on him. So I'll do something if we get him in. I'll do an analysis of him, Engelman. Yeah, but Lee Burke saying, sorry, mate. What was you saying?
Should we read some of Blue Shadow's poems out?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So Blue Shadow has been sending some email, and this is how to be a cunt. It's hard to be a cunt when you act a certain way. For being a cunt is just wonderful. Really makes my day. From the time I wake up till the time I go to bed, I'm a cunt who'll make you laugh with my banter that I spread. So if you don't like these words, I don't give a cunty fuck, because life is pretty shitty unless you're filled with luck. And that's something I don't have, and therefore it doesn't matter, because being a cunt every day is like the cloak to the dagger. Yeah, so she sent you a poem called How to Be a Cunt and some laughing faces. She's really good. It's another one. Haven't thought of a title yet, but here is another I've wrote. Spoken from the heart, silent within the stars. Life is all but gone, and yet time it carries on. Written within the lines is a message and a sign. For in the bottle lies the truth of the pain I'm going through. And yet in the midst of the calm, still comes the storm and the rain. The lightning as it strikes is my struggle through the flames. For I feel so alone, for I have the loneliness soul within the emptiness that was left to understanding the journey of death. So as I sit and relive the memories that I felt, falling deeper into depression, the darkness is now my hell. And therefore my music is a symphony within the echoes of my past. How do I overcome something I can't let go of when my best friend is who I lost? My mum, she was my world, my smile and my laugh. She was my cure when I was ill and kept me in the warmth. She gave me direction and advice, told me she loved me all the time. But now, 2.5 years later, her voice I still won't hear. But she's that angel in the sky, R.I.P. GBNF, Blue Shadow.
I love that. Lovely, man.
And then there's one more poem. Hi, Jay and Nick. This poem could you read out first? Oh, sorry, Blue Shadow. I buzzed up on that one. Bet mental health, both of you, big town and noses alike. Apologies, it's a bit long, but I'm sure you'll both will love it. Title mental health and friends. A family of nows is what you'll all find. Their hearts so blue, their passion entwined. And it's friendship a circle for life. For the verses have written and spoke with some fight. But although it's been said, its darkness still sits. A depression so deadly it descends very quick. A redness is felt, the scars start to open, and in it the demons they peel back all of our emotions. For the fear it ignites, the memories inside, and our lives are left shattered, just waiting to die. Yeah, just waiting to die. No energy inside, no willingness to live. This world is on fire. Just like a firefly has its buzzies and lights up the sky, the hurricane as it hits, as it takes away our smile, and leaves you to sink into another dimension for the time you once knew, as it triggered our addiction. But who do you call and where do you look? For it's pitch black all around, our mental health just sucks. This isn't a story of part of a verse, it's your heartbeat as it rises in a battle as you hurt. So painful to have, yet harder to hold when the weight of your sorrow deteriorates into something nobody knows, unless, of course, you've been there and walked the same path, lay on the same road, whilst the shadows just laugh. Just look at that fool, so broken and scared, beaten and blue-blooded up like a shark, and yet in the moment we take our final breath in. For our mental health, it's deadly, it's our pain, last spin. For in the whirlwind that's upon us, where the darkness refuses to part, along comes the boy in blue jay, who says a little prayer, and chatting blues Nick, who holds out his hand because both of them care. They bring us back to life with their warmth from within, but both of them are stars who wear their heart on their sleeves. But not only are there two, but 20,000 more nowsies up and down the country who still stand with us all to fight our mental health and get us to talk. Jay opens the phone lines and Big Town likes to call. For his paintings and poetry, we all shed a tear because his creativity is his freedom as he expresses how he's feeling. And his attention to detail is witnessed all around. Those elephants of your friends, they're your guardians now. For they'll never forget you as they look on from above. On the horizon they may be, but they're a part of you, bruv. So never forget that love that's inside. Carry on being you, but you're one hell of a guy. Confident and strong, even when you feel the fall. Take it easy, Big Town, because you're calm to the storm.
Oh.
So before I finish and end each letter with a sound, every blue nose that watches the podcast, you're bud, you're the bud to each rose. And remember to keep right on till the end of the road, Blue Shadow.
Oh, how nice is that,
Brilliant,
mate?
brilliant, isn't
That's
it?
brilliant, man. Nice one, Blue Shadow. That was really nice.
Yeah.
And she does these poems. For anyone that's new, she does these poems, and she likes poetry and stuff like that.
Can't believe she called me and I never heard her as well. Feel absolute.
Yeah.
Must have been zoned out or something, you know. I mean, I would have spoken to her and gone over to her.
Yeah, well, no, you would have, mate. You obviously didn't hear her, but yeah, just if you see me or Jay, just shout us or tap us on the shoulder, Blue Shadow, man.
Yeah. Slap me around the face next time.
Yeah, but no, I know that depression, man. Like you're obviously grieving for your mum,
Yeah.
Blue Shadow, man, and do you know, like, I'll pretty much say that everyone watching this stream and what watches us have gone through grief, Blue Shadow. What I'm just trying to urge you not to sit in the grief. Do you know what I mean? Because we can sit in this depression, and I've done it, man. I've done it for years. I did, especially in 2020. I sat in this kind of depression, man, and it was just no good. Like I didn't want to do nothing. Like I didn't want to wake up in the mornings and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. You just need to. I don't like giving advice, but it sounds like it's been 2.5 years now since your mum's passed, and you know, you just really try and move on from it, and don't forget her. Do you know what I mean, Blue Shadow? You never forget. You'll never forget people we've lost. People, you know, I don't even want to compare it to losing my missus, but it is a form of grief, and I've said this before in the jar. Like
Yeah.
it's a form of grief, man. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely devastated I am. It's a massive part of my life's gone, and
Someone did try and phone in then as well, by the way. Did I go off screen then?
Pardon?
Did I go off screen then?
Yeah, just for a minute, yeah.
I was going to say, my phone went all funny, and then the computer went into a bit of a stress. But yeah, someone did try and ring if you want to ring in.
Yeah, try again, whoever that was.
Sorry, Nick, mate, carry on.
Yeah, so I was just saying, just try and do like take a leaf out of Tony's book, Blue Shadow, and start taking strides and that. You know, you're always on the streams and that commenting. Maybe ring in.
Hello.
Hello, it's Blue Shadow.
Oh, how you doing, Blue Shadow? You all right?
Well,
yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I had a bit of anxiety then.
It's all right. I owe you a big apology as well because I never heard you calling me. I feel awful. I'm really sorry.
That's all right. That's not a problem. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi to everyone. But yeah, I've got bad anxiety at the moment.
It's okay.
You finding ways and stuff that you can do things to take you on. I mean, I know that you're doing your poems and stuff, aren't you? Which you're brilliant at, by the way. I mean, they're mind blowing. When me and Nick read them, so please keep them up because you're really good at it. And I just want to say as well that I'm really proud of you for ringing in and stuff as well. Talking to me and Nick, it's brilliant.
Yeah, it took me a while to be honest with you, but I just thought to myself, I need to do it. And after Saturday, when you walked past me, I don't think I was loud enough, but yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
What did you think of the football as well, by the way?
Oh, I think it's fantastic at the moment, to be honest with you. It just goes to show what we're in for, to be honest with you. So Saturday, I can't wait for it. Loving the players, loving May. But if anything, I want Stano back. I'd love to see him.
Me as well. Imagine if we get him back.
It'd be fantastic, I'm telling you.
It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah, definitely.
How did you
But,
like? How did you find yourself going to the game and stuff and getting out and about? I mean, did you feel good going out? Like, walking to the. I'm guessing you walked from Moore Street then, didn't you? If you saw me
yeah,
and stuff.
well, yeah, no, I just jumped the bus with my mate because like she hadn't been for a while, so I thought let's take her with my daughter, meet up with a friend, and yeah, take it from there. And she was like, "Oh, let's bus it." So got off the 50, crossed over, waiting for the 60 or the 17. And then this, like I said, this big guy walks past me. I go, "Rah, I swear that's Jay from from the Boy in Blue." I
You should
swear
have clapped
down.
me around the head. Myself, awful. Well, absolutely awful. But like when I'm walking to the Blues, though, like I'm in my zone. I'm like, right, I need to be so and so. I need to. I'm just probably just looking around like a bit of a bit of a gum, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just
You
so
look
sorry.
you,
Like,
you look like you're in a world of your own, to be honest with you. I was like, you're like, you're what? Like, you were on one, like, and I was thinking, shit, he's got to go somewhere.
yeah, my wife's usually telling me off because like when she starts talking, like halfway through, like I'm in my own world. And I don't mean it. I don't know I'm doing it. Sometimes she's like, "You ain't fucking listening again."
Ah,
I'm trying to remember what she said, but usually I end up in the doghouse. So, but yeah, I'm really sorry that I never heard you calling me. Like, I'm really sorry about that.
No, it's cool because, like, when I got on the bus and I was going, I swear that's him, that, like, to my mate, and she goes, "Get off the bus, we'll probably catch him." And then literally got off the bus and you were nowhere to be seen. I was like, "Rah, he can bloody walk." He can.
Oh, sorry about that. But how's your week been anyway? I mean, what you been up to? What you been doing? How you been feeling?
Yeah, a little stressed out, to be honest with you. I've got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
So I've got a daughter who's got global delay. So it's like her bone structure is forward and like everything else is behind. So like it's, taking things slow, and she's been like that since birth. But you know what? You don't change your kids for the world, do you?
No.
You know what I mean? So yeah, and then obviously I've got like funerals left, right, and centre, that I've got to attend. So yeah. It's all a work in process to get out the door and just go, you know what, I've got to be there for people that need me more than I need myself, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're smashing it. You got all this going on around you and you're still finding the courage to, go out there and do it. Like, I mean, you should. And I know it's like things that are out of your control, but the fact that you're going out and doing stuff, and I mean, you must feel proud of yourself for doing these things.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm really proud of you for ringing in. Like for a start, I mean, that's massive. Honestly,
I probably sound
I'm so glad you phoned.
biased.
Like, to be honest, and Nikki's as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, I think Nick's great as well. You know what I mean? Like he's like going through his stuff. You know what I mean? And he's got you to rely on, and then he's got all of us to rely on. And although we've never met each other, you know what I mean? Like as a blue nose, you don't have to meet someone to know what they're going through.
No.
And it's kind of like that connection. I like that connection. And I like to think, you know what? There's people out there. We're all in the same boat, maybe going through different like things in our life.
Yeah.
But no matter what, if you can't like rely on yourself to get help, just going down the blues and watching the football and being around people that love the same sport as you, the same team, it pushes you in the right direction, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah. I hope Nick goes, like I hope he gets well, you know what I mean? And relationships ain't great at the best of times, you know what I mean? And it's not only like you've got to like push yourself forward and realise it may like things don't work out like that, but you've got to work on yourself and then think, you know what, that's a part, although it's still like raw and maybe like present and it still gets you down and that, but you just got to like go, right, that's a part of my past, a part of my present, but now I'm going to work myself forward. So yeah, I hope he understands where I'm coming from.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I totally understand. I mean, it sounds like you got a lot of similar things that I had, that I went through. I mean, the anxiety was a massive one for me, but like I didn't know I had it at the time when I first had it. And then the back end of that, then like just when I went to the doctor, they say that they're linked, aren't they? Like with depression. Now they're all kind of linked, aren't they? So I didn't really know I had it to start off with, but I had a lot of physical symptoms. So I mean, like you mentioned, the insomnia that you get as well. Well, I had that really bad as well, because you're not getting enough sleep. your body like triggers all these other reactions, i.e., like your physical symptoms, like severe pins and needles, blurred eyes, headaches, severe cramps. I was getting as well. It's because your muscles are not getting the right amount of sleep, and yeah, that was a massive thing for me as well. Insomnia. But I mean, like, how you dealing with like your sleep and stuff? Are you getting?
I literally get 2 hours. I go to bed like maybe midnight, 1 o'clock sometimes, and it's just like it gets to that point where I'm going, you know what? I might as well not sleep because 2 hours is not enough. But like I'm there and I'm going, right. Next day comes, I wake up, and some days even not having sleep, and I feel like okay, but it's not until sort of like the evening draws in, and then I realise how bad I'm getting. I'm like more like a zombie trying to
Yeah.
push through the day, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like people want your attention constantly. You're like, I ain't got the energy for it, and I tend to snap so easily and they're going like, oh, why ain't you had sleep? You know, go to sleep. And I'm going, I'll go upstairs and I'll try to sleep, and it just doesn't work. I'll take my pills, it doesn't work. And I think after a while of being on so many pills that the doctor puts you on,
Yeah.
like your body's like, nah, like it's not gonna work. So you might as well just stay up, watch the sunset, and then rise the next day, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I mean, reading's a massive one as well. I mean, like, there was times where like I'd read like books and stuff, and that might make me get tired. I mean, because I know that you like your poetry and stuff. I mean, have you read like poem books and stuff? Because that can giving your mind something to focus on. Reading stuff on a night, and like even like just sitting in bed and writing your poems, that can probably make you go tired, and then you'll probably find, after an hour or two, you're out like a light. And
Yeah, I mean, I read, I listen
trying
to
to find a
music.
routine to make yourself look forward to going to bed rather than dreading to go to sleep. And that was one of the massive things for me. Like, it was getting to the point where like my insomnia was that bad where like I was dreading to go to bed.
Mm.
I was changing my mindset to think, right, I need sleep, it's healthy to sleep, but I want to take my mind away from that, try and find something that I enjoy. So when I go to bed, I don't dread it. So, I mean, like, reading was a massive thing because it would take my mind off things. So I just wondered if now you sit in bed, you read stuff, or you write your poems when you're in bed and that, because that can change your way of thinking and stuff.
Yeah, I read, I listen to music. I think I've tried everything, even like just going outside and having a vape and like vaping, because it's like just like come on, knock myself out trying to think of something. But I've realised not getting any sleep when I get ill, like proper ill, that's when I sleep and I'll catch up with everything, and then I go back to my normal ways. And it's just a pattern that you have to learn constantly. And like if you keep denying that there's something wrong, you're never going to get out of that loop and that dark hole, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, every day's a learning curve, as they say. And, you can meet anyone off the street, and they're going through a bad day, and you're going, you know what, my problem ain't half as what they're going through. But I kind of understand. And I always say to people, I'd rather, think of what's going on in your life to see if I can help, then rather think about what's going on in my life, if that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I've been like that. I've always had that sympathy, putting things forward and just going to people, you know what, I'm not going to say I've wore the T-shirt and I've been there, but I've got an idea of what you're going through. And if you need anyone to talk to, I'm here. And sometimes it works, and other people's like, no, I'm not interested, and that's cool. You know what I mean? You don't always have to be there face to face with someone. You can just, like how Nick said, you can do voice notes, or you can pick up the phone to someone else. You know what I mean? There's many different ways you can communicate. So
definitely.
But just want to say a shout out to Big Tone, because like obviously he shouted to me it was a few weeks back or something, but
honestly, you'd be so proud of you. Like, he even mentioned you today as well. He said, I hope Blue Shadow rings in today. And he said because he's out tonight, he's on the piss in on his golfing weekend, but he said I can't call him because I'll be too drunk. But he said when I come back tomorrow, he's going to watch this back. And he said, I hope and pray that Blue Shadow is going to ring in. So going to make his night that you've found in especially now you mentioned him as well. He's going to love it. Like, and I'm just really proud of you as well for ringing in. Honestly, I really am. And like the poems and that, like you're really talented. So keep it up.
Yeah, I did say when I think I put on the message board the last show that I'd put him in a poem, and I've mentioned you too because, like I say, this show has helped so much in so many different ways, and just listening to other people what they're going through. You know what I mean? So there's only so much someone can actually put forward. And like I say, I love tuning in. And like catching up with other noses, catching up about the football and whatnot.
Yeah.
It really does help.
Good.
But you guys are great. Like,
oh, thank you.
Keep doing like what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like,
Do me a favour next time you see me. Just fucking push me. Who are you?
Well, I was there and I was like, in 2 minds, do I run at him and then try and jump on him? Then like that might be assault. Do you know what I mean?
Nah. I probably would have laughed, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going to the Reading game, so like I'll try and like look out for you if you're going and that.
Yeah, I'll be there. Be there.
Yeah. I will be as well. Blue Shadow.
I'm going to go anyway. I'll give someone else a good chat to you and that. But nice talking to you. And
you, Blue Shadow. Don't be a stranger though as well on these, because honestly, I'm really proud of you for ringing in. And like I say, me and Nick ain't here to judge anybody. This is just a platform where you can, there's something on your mind, whether you've been through something in the past or you're going through something now. This is just we're not doctors, just a platform where you can talk about things to try and make yourself feel a little bit better. Feel a bit better than our work. It's worth doing and that. So yeah, honestly, I'm just really proud of you for ringing in.
Yeah, man.
Well, I just gotta say, like talking to a doctor, they're hard to like talk to at the best of times. But you two, you like I say in my poem, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and that's something that adheres to sort of my nature. I can actually be like, whoa, I can actually talk to these two, and they understand where I'm coming from. But when you talk to a quack, they ain't got a clue usually. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, right, I'm gonna go anyway.
Cheers for ringing in, Blue Shadow. Honestly,
all right,
thank
keep
you.
right on. Shit on the villa, mate.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Keep
cool. All
nice
right.
Nice one, Bob.
Oh, bless that. Mate, superb.
How good was that, man? I'm really, really buzzing, man. She's phoned in, She'll feel, honest to God, Jay, now she'll feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Tony will be buzzing. Yeah. Tony will be buzzing about that, mate. So really, really, well done, Blue Shadow. Well done, man. And that's your first step in your recovery now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You've always got me and Jay. You always tune into our streams. Do you know what I mean? You was down the game on Saturday. You'll be down at Reading. And it's just one step at a time. And that goes for everyone, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really well done. Really well done, man. And I think it's massive achievement. Right, breaking news, man.
Breaking news, man. What's happening now?
Breaking news, brother, on the
get it.
On the
share the screen, then go on.
I'm gonna share this with you.
Okay, now.
We've only gone and signed this fella, ain't we? It's Luke Harris, by the way. I think permanent. I don't know. We'll have a look in a minute, Jan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Breaking news on the boy in blue. Luke Harris, man. I think, do you know what? I'm going to do a video on Luke Harris tomorrow, guys. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'm sure Jay will do one as well. It's Chatting Blues. I would do a breakdown on Luke Harris to see kind of like what he's been up to, what position he plays, etc., etc. But yeah, like he could. I'm sure he's a number 10. You know, Jay.
Is he?
I'm sure he's a number 10, mate. Like an 8 or a 10. So yeah, really good. That's break. Who broke that? Let's have a look. I can't think who put it now.
You missed any comments because I know you starred a couple here as well, Nick.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've missed a few. 1 second, mate. Comes and goes. Yeah. Okay, this one here. Slates. Slates Troy. I lost a workmate 3 weeks ago to suicide. It's his funeral on Friday. It really does cut hard when someone. I started this comment. Sorry, like this is quite a while ago. It really does cut hard when someone you think you've known for 23 years and working together does something like that.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Do you know as well, like, just on that, I've had so many mates that have committed suicide. Honestly,
Really?
I've had about 6 or 7 pals what have committed suicide, and the ones what are the most loudest and the most vocal. Do you know what I mean? And what the ones you never think would do that sort of stuff, and that comes from, and they're all men as well. That comes from not speaking about things, basically, not connecting. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'll get it, man. It's mad, isn't it?
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, evening B
You,
stuff.
Tony.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Thomas Eccles.
Thomas Eccleston's got some breaking news, man. Fair play, Thomas. Broke the news live, brother. Luke Harris, man. Is he a striker, Thomas? I think he's a 10, Engelman. I think he's a 10. Attacking midfielder, yeah. I think it's a loan. Can anyone confirm that's a loan, or I think it is a loan because the rumours was we was going to get him on loan, weren't it? So someone can just confirm that rather than me just jump on Twitter. If that's a loan, Luke Harris. I'm wondering now. Go on.
Can I just share one screen real quick?
Yeah.
This is for fellow Blue. He emailed me. Got to go for my page for his dad. Terry Harborne, Brick at St Andrews. Hi, my name is Keith, and in March I lost my father unexpectedly due to a heart attack. He was 64 years old. We are fundraising to have a plaque put in the wall at St Andrews, home of Birmingham City. His second love after his kids and grandkids. Losing a parent is extremely hard. That as a family we went to achieve for such a loving, caring man, dad and granddad. If you would like to donate, every little helps. And as lifelong Blue Noses sees to get older, in the Tilton Block 9, we'll forever have something to remember. Such an amazing person. He didn't have much but love for BCFC and our time, watching our beloved team home and away. If you'd like to make a donation and help us reach his goal, please do so. And if you can share far or more to make this possible as a family, we would be very, very grateful. Kind regards. So if you do want to fund some money for Terry Harborne's brick at St Andrews and his lad Keith as well, that'd be brilliant. Doesn't matter how much it is, just something that you can afford to donate, and you can hopefully get the brick down St Andrews. Yeah, I promised him I'd share it, mate. It was on my emails.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. Is there a link people can press, Joe? Because I'll donate to that.
I'll put it in the chat if it'll let me.
If you can put it in the chat, that'd be great.
The link in the chat. Well, there you go.
Yeah, phone in, Pete. Phone in, brother. Let us know what's going on with you, man. We've had a few little conversations lately, haven't we?
Yeah. Phone's on anyway, mate. If you want to ring in and stuff.
Ring in. So, here's a GoFundMe page for Terry Harborne's father's brick. I'll donate to that. Terry, no worries, man. If you've got it, if you've got a couple of quid or even a quid, do you know what I mean, spare, then please donate to Terry Harborne's father's brick. If anyone don't know that, it's like a brick inside of the cop. Because some people don't know. They haven't been down the Blues for years and years. And what they do is they place a brick inside of the cop, pretty much by where the reception is, and they engrave the initials into the brick It's really nice. So yeah, that'll be great, man.
I'm just downloading some now. Just let me
Yeah.
PayPal app. It'll let me do it.
So it's a season-long loan, slates. Yeah, that'll do. I mean that's our first loan, isn't it? So I'm happy with that. I'm going to do a bit of research on him tomorrow afternoon while I'm at the gym. And then
Where was he from?
He's from Fulham, Joe.
Right, yeah, that other young kid who's
So so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a video on him, and I've probably sometime tomorrow. It might be tomorrow night. It might be kind of like 5 or 6s, but I'll hit the notification bell on Chatting Blues. So does that rule stand filled out?
Peter.
Yeah, Pete, man.
Peter,
How you doing?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, no, really good. Yeah, good show. Listening to you and Nick. Hi, Nick.
Oh, you,
Hello.
Pete. Right.
Didn't speak.
He
How
said
are you?
hello.
Yeah,
Can hear
yeah. No, it's good. He's a good bloke, Nick. Yeah, it's funny, really, isn't it? I haven't got I don't know if I've got a lot to say or not, really. But what was quite motivational and uplifting was listening to Blue Shadows. Listening.
Yeah.
That was a really great call, and well done for ringing in, like you both said.
Yeah, it was
And
massive.
I kind of listened to Blue Shadow speaking and just thought, what a really kind of bright, lively, quite inspirational person. And I thought that call ringing in was quite inspirational. So well done for doing that.
Cheers, Peter, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, that's all right. It's funny, isn't it, that it's funny with mental health, isn't it? I've suffered with it like throughout my life, on and off.
Yeah.
And I think for the first, like, I'm 50 now, and I think when I was about, when I think back on life, and I think I probably think back to when I was 13, 12, 13, that kind of age set. I look back there and think I had it then.
Yeah.
And it's funny, isn't it? I didn't know until, I didn't know until I was in.
Think you know and you was in denial about it, or do you think you just didn't know at all? Or
no, I think I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I think I wasn't until I was in my 30s when I kind of realised there might be something, and then it was only when I was in my 40s that I really knew. And it was only, so it's funny, really, isn't it? That I don't think sometimes people don't realise.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I never realised. I mean, like I've said, like in a few of doing these, I never even knew that I had it. I was more in denial about the fact that with mine, it was giving me like a lot of physical symptoms. So I was convinced that there was like something wrong with me, but it wasn't. It was my mind making me physically feel that way. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just mad what your mind can do to your body, and how powerful your mind is. Like, do you know what I mean, Peter?
I do really. No, it's absolutely mad. So I'm from a good, I say a good home. I mean a stable home.
Yeah.
Right. So growing up, I was from a stable home. My parents worked. I didn't really want for anything. I wasn't spoiled, but I didn't. I look at people now in life. Yeah, I didn't go without.
Yeah.
I didn't go without. But I went to a good school, and my parents did well professionally, although separated when I was in childhood. So I've had strong people around me throughout my life, and and it's. I get what am I trying to say here? I struggled through life. And thought growing up that I was stupid. I thought I was stupid. Honestly, I thought I was thick.
Really?
And I knew I wasn't. But your mind tells you that sometimes that you think you are, and I'm not, because I went on in my 30s and did some academic stuff. I studied late on and stuff, and I knew I wasn't. But it's funny, isn't it? So I guess the important, where I'm going in a really clumsy way, is for people to speak out and have confidence and just speak to people, and it's only through conversation and through network. So I think Nick talked about it. I think Blue Shadow talked about it. You've talked about it. I think Zulu Tony's
Zulu
talked
Tony,
about
yeah.
it.
He goes by
Yeah.
a few names, mate. He's massive.
Yeah,
Zulu
Duncan.
Tony and Talented Tony.
Yeah, Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan as well, yeah.
You know, he talks about his PTSD.
Yeah.
He talks about it, and I can talk about it because I guess when I was in my 30s, I kind of worked around mental health for a while.
Yeah.
So I worked for 10 years with people that suffered badly with mental health.
Yeah.
And I remember really strong mental health, self-harm, suicide, really, really, really acute chronic stuff. And I worked around that for about 10 years. And I remember relating to people. It's funny, isn't it? How you kind of relate and you connect to different people.
Yeah.
But I guess communication is a real big key. So I'm no professional in that. I'm not here to offer advice. I'm not qualified like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same as me, Nick. You know, like, we always say we're not doctors. It's just a platform where you can, talking helps. It's massive. And even if you don't speak to us, go and seek the professional help that you can get. There's a lot out there. CBT, even like the Buddhist stuff that me and Nick have done. Like the meditation. Going into a Buddhist temple doesn't make you a Buddhist. It's just their way of relaxing your mind, and the way they do things is brilliant. Acupuncture I've tried as well. It's one of the best things I've ever done, Pete. Have you ever tried acupuncture?
Yeah, I've had acupuncture in the past. Yeah, not. Do you know what? Not for that though. For a sports injury, funny enough. But
you should do it though for that stuff though. For your mind, mate, it's brilliant.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm all right at the moment. Actually, I'm in a good place. But communication's key, isn't it? I just think communication is absolutely key. Talking. I know. Nick was talking about people that he's lost, and I've lost people.
Yeah.
People that I was looking after, people that I worked with. I think about them all the time now. I worked in the prisons for a bit. I worked with females, and I can't. There's 3 girls that I remember now. I still think about them, man. I still think about them. I remember. I knew one really well for years. She was always in and out, and I always really liked her. From Wales. Just lovely girl, very bright. Clearly had some issues that she was working through in life, and kept reoffending and kept kind of coming back into prison. And I really liked her. She was just a great girl. In fact, I liked everyone that I worked with during that period.
Yeah.
And I remember once, she came in. It must have been about. I'd known her for about 5-6 years. Different wings in the prisons. Drug and alcohol, always drug and alcohol detox coming in. So I recognise her, pick her up, work with her, speak with her, and then she'd go out to various wings. And she'd do well, and she'd go out, and then within a year, I might see her again, year and a half. And the last time I saw her, she'd come into the prison. She'd been on the drug and alcohol detox. She'd been up there for about 3-4 weeks, 3 weeks, probably 3-4 weeks, something like that.
Yeah.
And she was a bit different. She was a bit different this time, and I remember going down onto the. She'd moved downstairs. Downstairs was at that point was where people would start going back out into kind of resettlement and would start going out to work in education, a bit more settled, and just trying to get him back into kind of some consistency into their daily lives.
Yeah.
Because no doubt they'd been on the road, and it'd been a bit chaotic for them at that point, and they'd been really struggling. So it was good for them sometimes to come back in, I think, and just get that balance and get some really positive role models around them. And it's a very difficult place being in prisons. It's a difficult place to be. And I remember seeing it. Yeah, no, I remember. I used to love everyone, by the way. That used to call me. I had great relationships with people. Honestly, I used to love everyone. I did. It was you got to put why people are there behind you. That's gone, man. That's history. That people are there then for recovery, and that's what that's about. I know sometimes people in the public look at prisons in the wrong way, I think, but it is about people reforming lives and helping them to kind of get back on the
fair play to you, though,
right
Peter. Though.
No, well, I don't know about that, but I remember seeing this girl. The one day I kicked myself. I still think about her all the time. She was there. We were downstairs, association, and she was. I looked across it. I'd noticed that she declined a little bit, and I looked back, and I didn't pick her up on it.
Oh.
I didn't pick her up on it. I didn't speak to her, and then she got released, and she jumped in front of a train.
Oh no!
Yeah, she jumped in front of a train. She just had enough, man. And
well, that's not your fault, though, Peter. By the way,
no, I know that. No, I know that. I think about her. I think about her, though, man.
I know. You know,
I always say to my wife, man, God, I can't stop thinking about her, man. So it's just funny, isn't it? I just think sometimes when you see people are struggling, I think that's okay as well to go up to them. And
yeah, definitely, yeah. 100%.
You might get a mouthful back. And people might not be ready to engage, and people might not be ready to speak, but they might be.
Yeah,
that might be what they need. Now, I'm not saying you've got to go around asking everyone if they're okay, but I'm just saying sometimes I think you know when you know when you know.
Yeah.
You know when you know. So it's just to say that I don't know why I'm telling you that really, just because it's a story, isn't it? And
yeah,
I remember seeing her that day. I can't still remember it
something
now,
that will stay with you, to think back on and to like you say, when you see people out and you can see that they're suffering but they can't talk, you've got that now where like you can, kind of engage with people, and then it's like you say, whether they want to talk or they don't want to talk, or at least you've acknowledged what it's like to see somebody that may be suffering, and there's no harm in going up to someone just saying that, are you okay? Do you want to go for a coffee or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll never forget that. Giselda Montanari, her name was. There was another girl that died on the wings as well. A girl called Jesuit Church. I remember her. She was a great girl, bright, from Bristol. Got caught up in the drug scene.
Mm.
And I remember, and she killed herself one lunchtime as well. Bright, cheerful on the day, and then at lunchtime she got into drug debt. Got into drug debt on the wings. Got a bit of bullying. Did horrible places really for that. And then and one of her kind of cellmates nearby told her to kill herself, and she did on the lunchtime.
No.
And then another girl, Caroline Powell from Birmingham. First girl I lost, Caroline Powell from Birmingham. Never forget that as well. And I had a running with her on the morning.
Before it happened, like.
Yeah, on the morning I had a running with her.
Yeah.
I changed after that, funny enough, and I remember that. And then the next day, actually, I think it was. And you think back, don't you? You think, was that running? Was that part of that?
Yeah.
Was that a trigger? Was that?
Yeah. Was that the reason why she'd gone ahead with it? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't
again, Pete, you can't blame.
No.
Can't blame yourself for that, mate.
Blaming himself.
I don't forget that, man. So, do you know what I think? I know it wasn't the reason. I know it wasn't the reason. There's a life. There's months and years of
struggling.
And, isn't that? But was it the straw that broke the camel's back? Was that an opportunity as a positive role model to try and? Do you know what I mean? Was there a missed opportunity? And that's something I never forget. It's funny, isn't it? So I guess what I'm trying to say is always be really mindful how you speak to people. Always be really mindful about hidden difficulties, hidden diversities, hidden difficulties. People might display that they're okay, but they might not be.
Yeah.
So just be honest. Your behaviours have an impact.
Yeah.
Your behaviours, the way you engage with it, can have an impact. Positively or negatively, Garnet. I always remember that. And I think just talking to people, and like when Blue Shadow came on, I felt really motivated listening to it. It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it's a massive achievement, isn't it, for a start?
Yeah,
and she's even said she feels better as well after phoning in.
Yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, really.
That's what
really
it's about, Peter. It's a platform where we can all come together and just talk about things. Me and Nick ain't. We're not here to judge people. We're here to help.
100%. 100%. I never any judgment on people. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Recognising it. Growing up, when I was in the forces, so a bit like Duncan, I was in the forces for years. So well, I think I did 9 years. So from 17 to 55, I was in the armed forces, and I struggled then. That was a really dark time. Really dark time, and I was struggling with mental health. You don't realise you're doing. I was drinking loads. You know, it's funny, isn't it? When you look back on it, my life was quite chaotic with alcohol, drinking alcohol, and then recreational drugs.
Yeah.
You know, using recreational drugs. Using, you know, I was kind of got into that like
Was that from the forces, you reckon, Peter? Or was that from other events that triggered in life?
I think no, I don't think so. I don't. There's nothing that kind of triggered it for me. I didn't like some of the people on the call tonight have been in the chat. Have been talking about losing parents, and I can't remember who it was now that lost their mum, and you know, 2 years on they're still struggling and stuff. So I didn't have any kind of. Who was that, by the way? That was sad to hear.
That Blue Shadow, wasn't it?
Shadow.
No, it was someone else, wasn't it? Lost their mum for 2 years. Oh, was it Blue Shadow? Was it?
Yeah.
Right,
Didn't she?
And then she phoned afterwards.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I've not had any traumatic events like that. I mean, I've lost people around me, but nothing that I think's kind of triggered mental health. I think sometimes you just got a chemical imbalance, haven't you? And it's
yeah.
And I do remember the alcohol use. I'm not saying I was a functioning alcoholic or anything, but I was binge drinking a lot, and then I was on the kind of recreational drugs and on the pills, and you know, the coke and all sorts of crap. I think sometimes you're blocking stuff out, aren't you? You don't even realise. I look back on it now, and I know that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? You know,
at least you're talking about it. That was well, you know, it's massive.
Just for other people, if other people are drinking, if other people are drinking or taking recreational drugs, and it's all the time, well, you can't kind of focus without it. There might be something in it.
Yeah, definitely.
There might be something in it. So I think talking about that stuff, it's not easy, is it? If you're drinking alcohol or if you're engaged in substance misuse, that's one of the hardest things to tell people. Isn't it? That's what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Because how many people do that? Not many. I don't know. I mean, later on they come up when they're absolutely tired of drinking and tired of the effect coming down off drugs. When they're tired of it, then they might get to a point where they need some help and they start engaging.
Yeah.
But at the time, it's very difficult. I don't know many people that would say, "I'm really struggling.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of this, you know, and I'm one of my coping mechanisms, one of my coping strategies is to, you know, use substance misuse."
Yeah.
So it's just about. I just think the more people. This is why this network that you've created with Nick is really helpful, because it's another platform where people can, like me, can.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is what it's for, Peter. You know, this is what it's for. It's not. It's for making friends and stuff as well, and you know, people that you can help and you know just talk, and that's what it's all about.
That's it. A safe space.
Yeah, a safe space
where you're going to be free from judgment.
Yeah.
People aren't going to judge you.
No.
They might judge. Well, they might judge you, but they'll judge you positively.
Yeah.
Do you know? So anyway, that's it. I'm going to get off the air because I think I've probably rambled on
for
quite a while. So I just wanted to have a chat.
How's your week been anyway, Pete?
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, I know. I'm sound now, mate. I got a professional job and I hold stuff down, and like you all, I think what's brought us together is the Blues. The Albion game was brilliant, wasn't it?
Oh, mate, fantastic. What do you think of the football?
Yeah, I loved it. First, you know, when we first, I think I was saying to Nick that and that's good, by the way, isn't it? That we all meet in this platform and we all develop networks from it and move on and kind of get to know people and develop friendships. So it's such a great platform that you both feel.
Oh, cheers, Pete.
No, that's really important, mate, and it's good. It's positive that people build networks and different people can reach out. Anyone on this platform can reach out to me if they ever wanted to and have a chat or send me a message and that. Seriously, I'd always welcome it.
Yeah.
But the Blues. We started off when we first kicked off, first half, and the beginning of the second half. I thought, bloody hell, man, we're struggling here. This is difficult. But I guess what was impressive is that we soon kind of settled into it, didn't we?
Yeah, we never gave in, did we? Like, we never went on the back foot. We carried on pressing and persevered, didn't we? It was brilliant. Broke them down gradually. Got there.
Sorry, mate. Yeah. What did you think? Same? Did you think the same?
Yeah, as well, mate. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, really good, really impressive, wasn't it?
We're in for an exciting season, mate.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. I'd like some cover for Williamson, for Williamson.
Yeah.
I was It might be that. I don't know. I'm trying to work it out. And Paik and Marshy look good together. Although I noticed with May and Mayoshi sometimes and Laird, sometimes I get frustrated with their finishing ball, with their passing.
Yeah. I know what you
Sometimes
mean.
I get frustrated with it. I just think, just you haven't gone to that too long, or the pass hasn't made it, man. What's going on? But it's like Chris Davis said. I mean, that is just me being a typical football fan, isn't it? Who doesn't play the game and doesn't fully understand how hard it is when you're out there. It's fast paced. It's really difficult. And like Chris Davis came out and was it Chris Davis that said, I think it was, came out after the game and said, you watch the games and you think, why haven't they done that? Why haven't they done that? But then what I realise is it's happening really quickly.
Yeah.
And actually,
They're not humans, they're robots. That's what he said, wasn't he?
That's what he said. And then actually, there's also people trying to stop you doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Decision making can be really difficult sometimes. And I just thought, that was a good balance. So I thought I needed to hear that.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty like balanced, isn't he? Like when he does his interviews and that.
It's wicked. Yeah, really, really positive, man. I like when oh my God, under the Carson Young days and
awful times, mate.
BHIL, BIHL, whatever the hell we were called. I've never been so down in all of my life. I mean, I was thinking, bring back the Kumars. I know someone, you remember those days, like the Ken Weldon days and the Kumars. You probably don't remember them too much, but
I do, yeah.
It was under Carson Young was absolute the worst I've ever felt. We had the golds for all them years, and I know everyone fell out with Sullivan, but it was the best times. Like you said, didn't you? That's when you got into the Blues under the golds, didn't you? That's when you first kind of got into them, and we had those successes, and that was a really great time. And then when we lost that, oh my God, I couldn't. Under the Chinese, it was the worst ever, wasn't it? I've never been so down as a Blues fan. That was the worst experience that we've ever had, and the fact that they're probably still at that club connected somehow drives me nuts. But
yeah.
We're just unbelievable what we've got there.
Mazza King's written a comment as well for you, Peter. Peter Forkey's wonderful. I see him messaging on lots of Blues stuff. He's never got a bad word to say. Well done, buddy.
Yeah, that's lovely, that, Mazza King. Well done, mate. Thank you. That's lovely, that is. Yeah, really nice. So anyway, I'll let you go because other people need to call in who it would be much better to hear from them. So love you both. Love to you all listening.
Love you more, Peter.
Big shout out, man. I'll speak to you all soon.
Yeah, man. Keep right on, mate. And cheers for ringing in again, Peter, mate.
Yeah, no worries, man.
To you, mate.
Yeah, you too, man. Keep right on.
Keep right on, mate. Blues.
Yeah.
Bye, mate. Bye. Bye,
later,
Bye, Nick. Bye, Nick. Bye, Bye,
Bye, Pete. Try. Yeah. Nice one, Pete. Nice to know a little bit more about you and stuff. And you've worked in the prison service, and do you know it's mad, Pete? Because I was saying about 5 or 6 people who are now friends, basically, that have killed themselves. 2 of them was in prison when I was serving sentences. I remember the one guy, I was padded up with him for about 3 months, man, proper sound geezer. And I come back at dinner time, and he was hanging from one of the beds. Do you know what I mean? And he'd killed himself. Yeah, that was bad. But I can imagine it. Yeah. So you obviously work for the mental health services in the prison, in a woman's prison, and I can imagine that, Pete, as well. Like, kind of, I know you don't blame yourself, but it's one of them situations where you think, oh, could I? Like, you had an encounter with the one girl in the morning, and then later on in that day, she's killed herself. But like you said, Pete, it's accumulation of things. Do you know what I mean? It's probably gone back to childhood. This is. Do you know what I mean?
Nick.
Yeah.
Somebody called in. Hello.
How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks, mate. Are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Who am I speaking to, mate?
You're speaking to Keith, Northfield.
How are you doing, Keith? You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm getting there. My anxiety's been playing up a little bit, so I've been bombing and ahhing over whether to call in or not. But listening to a few of the...
I'll stop you there, mate. It's brilliant what you've done so far, so well done, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you... What was you saying, sorry?
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who, since I've been opening up on your podcast, to basically just let you know that I'm going to be okay. I'm literally getting the help. I'm on the medication that I need to be on. I think the worst thing is obviously losing my dad in March.
Yeah.
And then to go out and watch a football game, England Netherlands, and then to get spiked as well. And it's a long road of recovery for myself. So.
Oh, Keith, bloody hell, yeah, because your friend had messaged the on the comments, didn't he, saying that you was in hospital recovering?
That's correct. Yeah.
Oh, Keith, are you all right?
Yeah. Do you know what? It's been more of a learning curve for myself. Obviously, with being so poorly as I was.
Yeah.
I'm
really sorry what happened, mate. Honestly, I'm so sorry, like.
Thank you. Having my mother and my brothers literally sat at my bedside with everything that was going on, hallucinating and thinking my dad was literally sat next to me in the chair, and they're like, "No, he's not. He's been gone. You know, he's gone. Like, try and get yourself out of this."
Yeah.
But how I find myself now is literally if I even go for a walk through the park near me, I've constantly got my stick and I've got someone with me, because my balance still isn't completely back to normal.
Yeah.
But I think what people don't understand is I've been through a turmoil in the last couple of months. I didn't need that extra pressure put on there as well.
Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. Bloody hell, mate.
How was West Brom?
Brilliant, mate. I thought the first half was pretty even, like Chris said in the interview. I'm not sure if you watched the interview or not. Second half was brilliant. Broke them down. Didn't back off. You know, we carried on and persevered with the press. It was brilliant to watch, mate.
I really wanted to go myself, but it was just too soon. But I will be at the Reading game.
Yeah, just take your time, Keith. You know, your main focus is on yourself and getting yourself right first, and everything else will fall in place.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? But I mean, mate, I'm proud of you for calling, and I can't believe it was you that, that had gone through that, and your friend had commented, because I got
brother.
Sorry, your brother. I got the Blue Noses to put a comment on to wish you to get better, didn't I? And I read them out on one of my videos and stuff.
You did, yeah. I was literally watching from my bed, but typing was difficult, so my brother was doing my typing on my behalf.
Nice. How are you feeling now in terms of how you was then? Are you feeling like a lot better, or is it still quite tough?
Considering where I was, my walking is still a little bit difficult. Mainly when I'm stand up. When I stand up, I've got like a vertigo, which it's left me with. And
that was caused from the spiking?
It was, yeah. I had a mini stroke, which was called a TIA.
Right, yeah.
Which led on from the spiking incident.
Is it something that you can talk about, Keith, or is it quite sensitive for you to talk about? Or
it is sensitive, but like I say, I got close to this guy because obviously he showed me a tattoo on his arm that was a Birmingham City badge, and then, "Oh, do you want a drink, mate? Go on then." And he went up to the bar, and then instantly, as soon as I drank that first pint, I literally went down after about 5 minutes. My head was spinning, and all I remember is the security coming over to me, sitting me back up in an upright position, and I started hallucinating really bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether anyone can actually see my Facebook wall, but he has now been charged by the police with attempted murder. And he's been remanded into police custody, and I've named him on my personal profile.
Right. And this is someone that you met, or is it someone that you knew?
No, it's just someone I met on the night. England, Netherlands.
Bloody hell, mate.
Wow.
I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I mean, especially off the fellow Blue as well. Well, has he come across?
He isn't a Blue in my opinion.
No.
You don't do that to your own families.
No. But like, you know what I mean, like with the tattoo and stuff. I mean, bloody hell. I mean, what's all that about? No, I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
You're right, brother.
You all right, mate?
Yeah.
Cheers. You sure?
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
I'm going to go. Thank you.
You sure?
Well done, Keith. Well done, brother. Yeah, man. He pushed through his anxiety, and it's obviously still raw for him. Do you know what I mean?
Well done, Keith.
Yeah, well done, Keith, man. You've been through a big thing there, Keith.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Over the last few weeks, months, mate, it's been massive for him. To have
massive.
all that in on it as well, and mate, he's found up, mate. That's massive as well, and hopefully he feels.
Yeah, we've got you out to go to the toilet then, Joe. I kind of missed some of that conversation.
He was messaging.
Yeah.
He got spiked, didn't he?
He got spiked. Is this the same guy what's getting the brick for his dad?
Yeah, I think it is, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, I remember now. He got spiked at the England-Holland game. I remember he got spiked at the England-Holland game, didn't he?
Yeah, we're gonna donate some money as well for you, Keith, for your dad's brick.
It's mad, isn't it? Some of the stuff, just because sometimes we think like, oh, it's only us going through this. Do you know what I mean? And it can be like I said before. Sometimes there's nothing what triggers my depression. I can't pinpoint it or nothing. Do you know what I mean, Jack? And then we get people like Keith, Blue Shadow, everyone what kind of tunes into us too. And I think just people in general, like normal folk, like every person, your next door neighbour, the shopkeeper, everyone's going through something. Do you know what I mean? And I think it was really key as well what Pete said about be mindful of how you talk to people and the way you conduct yourselves.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you just don't know what that person next to you at the bus stop or wherever you are, or at the football ground where you think, oh, I'm gonna have a go at him because he's slagging the players off or something. What they're going through, they might have just lost their mother or their partner 2 days previous. I know that's something I was taught many years ago. My sponsor said to me, because I was in a meeting and someone was really grating on me basically, and I rang my sponsor and I said he's doing my head in here. I want to pull him up about this, that, and the other. And he said to me, and because the guy in question, like usually all right, and he was a bit arsey with me this one time. So I rang my sponsor and he said, and I moaned, like I said, I want to fucking tell him about himself and all that. And he's gone, how do you know what's happened to him in the last 48 hours since the last time you seen him? Do you know what I mean? And it's true, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? And I did find out that he lost his uncle the day before. Do you know what I mean? So you just don't know what's going on.
No. But I'm just so proud that Keith's found in Blue Shadow and Peter. Love you all. Just take your time, Keith. You got to get yourself right. The football can wait, mate. Don't rush into it. Just take your time. You got to put yourself first.
Yeah. When did his dad pass away, Joe?
Hang on, I'm in the middle of donating the money I ain't on the.
His dad must have not passed away long ago then, so he's had a right load of stuff go on then, man. Just keep tuning in, Keith, man, and talking to people. It's been mentioned a couple of times about connection and connection. Do you know what I mean? Please, isolation is the worst thing you can do. Like I've mentioned before about when I've been on the drugs, and I think Pete mentioned it as well. It starts out as recreational, and then you end up flipping in your flat on your own, smoking drugs or whatever, or drinking or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Not even coming out of that. So keep talking, Keith, man. And I'm glad they
PayPal thing.
Do it after, Joe. Don't
pain in the fucking arse to pay because you get the code things. No. So I want to donate some money for his dad.
Yeah, I haven't got a PayPal account. I don't. It's not PayPal. I don't.
Hang on. Right. Okay, I'm on it now.
Yeah. Same guy. Yeah. Sorry, I got choked up. It's still raw.
No,
You guys
I can
are
imagine.
amazing. Thank you for being there for us, Blue Noses. Amazing, Keith, man. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's on your side, brother.
Yeah, I've just donated you some money as well, Keith, for your dad's brick. Just done it, mate.
Nice one, Jay. I will donate. I'll have to go through someone else's PayPal account. I haven't got a PayPal account. I've got to get one of them. I've got an old one, and I don't know the password to it. Donsky's in the house. My mental health has cost me my marriage. Married since 2014. Been together since 2001, and I'm losing her, but I'm staying where I am till Christmas. Cost me management. So you're going through a divorce now, are you, Donsky? Is that what's happening? I'm staying where I am till Christmas. Yeah, you're in the Isle of Wight, aren't you, brother? Keith, you're great. No need to, yeah. You don't have to apologise, brother. You know, you've done well, man. And that, like Blue Shadow, like that's your first step.
Yeah, brilliant.
You know, commenting and all that's brilliant. I remember when many years ago, I started commenting on content creators, and it kind of like gave me this kind of I don't want to say buzz, but it was like, kind of getting noticed because I was in isolation at the time. So yeah, and what Jay does with these phone-ins is amazing. It really does help people.
Oh, cheers, Nick. But mate, it wouldn't be the same if it weren't for you being with me as well. Like my older brother, ain't you, mate?
Yeah, no, I love it on here, man.
I'm the Yam brother.
Oh, Yam.
Just changing the subject. Mazza King had commented on my video from the West Brom game, and I'm there singing to the West Brom fan. Yam. And then he commented saying the irony of you calling them yams. But in my defence, yes, I'm a yam, really. But Dad's a pedigree blue nose, and I've always been a blue nose. So
no, I was just about to say exactly the same because I watched it. I think it was earlier today. Yeah, it would have been earlier today when it's the game was yesterday. I think I watched it this morning. And you was right, having a right good sing song, weren't you, Jay? So he was, like Emza said, man, the yam. I thought, bloody hell, they are in there. I bet you know. I was thinking, I bet he knows half of them in that away end.
Yeah, well, I saw my school teacher. She was an Albion fan. I got there early because I knew she was going, and I got one of the stewards to grab her lot for a photo. I ain't seen this in secondary school, you know, like over 16 years ago now, 17 years, I bet. And I saw her, like, give her a cuddle and stuff. We had a photo together. And then I saw someone who was in the year above me at school in the middle of the Albion end. I went, bloody hell, I went to school with him.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of my friends are Albion fans.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
For Albion, you know, the blue and white.
It's all Albion and Villa up them ways, isn't it?
Yeah. And Wolves as well, Dingles.
Wolves, yeah. Lee saying you're okay, Keith. He's just saying, well done, Keith. Blue Shadow said as well. You know, just take your time. Massive step that is ringing in tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, especially after all that as well, mate. Keith, I mean, that's massive, mate. You know, and you've always got us to talk to as well, even at the Blues, mate. Me and Nick are always going to be around, so. And these as well, ain't we, Nick? You know, this is just do one of these once a month. You know, I know it's a football channel, but this is something that we want to do to, you know, just where we can all check in and check up on each other. And
yeah, definitely.
We're not judging anybody. This is just.
No, they know we ain't judging. We ain't judging anyone. We've all gone through the same stuff. Blue Shadow, where are you from, Bab? Because you mentioned the number 50 buzz. So I'm either thinking, because that goes through where I live in Moseley. I wonder if you're from, you sounded like a Brummie as well. So,
yeah.
Are you from Drury? I wonder if you're from Drury's Heath or that way. You must be somewhere on the 50 buzz line. Let us know where you're from, Bob. I live in Yam Yam. Oh, yeah, Emsa lives in Yam Yam land as well.
Yeah, I only knew that bumped into his dad, didn't I, on the train?
Is his dad a Yam Yam?
No, his dad's. Well, he sounds like my dad, a pedigree. From me, like, but yeah. Because he came up to me on the train, and he said, "My lad, what you do?" He said, "He's done with the Ghostbuster logo." I went, "Bloody hell." I think I know who it is, but I ain't sure. But I know that there's somebody else who has a Ghostbuster logo that comments as well. But then he commented and said, "There's only one Master King." yeah, it was his dad.
I'll call him Emza right there. Yeah, Blues and Albion are sound, to be fair.
Yeah.
You're a crossbreed, Jay. Blue Shadow.
I'm mongrel.
He's a bit of a crossbreed. He's a yammer, blue nose. Blues through and through, though, yeah, man. Keep saying it's BBC WM phoning when we've got Jack and Nick, the YouTube phoning. Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah, man. Nice one for the support, guys. Yeah, the 50 route, man. Yeah, just off Sparkhill, yeah. So where did you live, BCFC Island? You used to live in Sparkbrook, yeah. Well, how long ago was that? Mate, if you went there now, if you live there now, it's honest to God, man. I having to drive through there if I have to go that way. You either end up having road rage, or you just can't look because it just doesn't look like your country anymore. Yeah, so his dad's a Brummie, posh one through.
Yeah. He had the Brummie accent. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the same story with me then. Both of our dads are Brummies and they've moved over Black Country land and had me and Mazza King were born.
Yeah. I was up Solihull earlier on, Emza, as well, man. Solihull, yeah. B12. Oh, so hold on. I'm B13. So where's it's a Borsaleve? Borsaleve, that is, isn't it? Or Edgbaston. Between Moseley and Highgate. Yeah. I know, well, he must be around the corner from me then. We lived there in the late 80s, early 90s before moving to Ireland. Yeah, it's complete. Have you been back? I'd love you to. I'm gonna take some photos. Well, you probably know. I'll take some photos of some. I mean, 80s and 90s maybe not so much, but the 80s would have been completely different, brother. It's shocking, mate. Honestly, there's rubbish everywhere. It's like a third world country down there, and that's no joke, man. It's like a third world country. Castlebrom, yeah, man. My mum's from Castlebrom, BCFC Thomas. My mum lives in Castlebrom, Smithswood. I grew up in Chalmers Wood. I've only lived there 11 years now. Yeah, it's the other side of Birmingham, really. Do you know what? Like, I moved off Chalmers Wood because I thought, I need to get off here, man. I'm always getting in trouble. And it's just I thought it was a right dive, right? And over the last 10, 11 years, however long I've been over here, Chalmers, like, I'll go over to see my mum now, and I'm just like, oh my God, how pleasant is this place? All the grass is cut, there's no rubbish anywhere. It's so nice over there. I say to her, Mum, you're so lucky, Mum, because she don't get it when I'm going on about all the stuff. She's gone, because she. I said, Mum, you don't know how good you got it. Because I remember when I moved there because I wanted to get off Chalmers Wood, and now it's backfired. Do you know what I mean? I always going about when my missus, my ex-missus, got a place for me down where she lived, man. But a couple of miles from her house. She's got a big, massive house. She's got horses and everything. My ex-missus has.
Really?
But, yeah. She's all right. She's a posh girl, like posh woman. So she done the viewings for me and everything, and I didn't take it, man. I'm so gutted now looking back at it. And I wanted to move down there at the time, but something came up, and I was like, I don't know, we'll just leave it for a bit, and it never materialised again. Now I'm just like, oh man, I can't believe it, especially now. What's going on now? Too happy. Too posh for Emza. Oldbury, that's it, where he's from, innit? Oldbury.
I bet there's a few villa around there as well, isn't it, the mate?
Albury, I'd have thought more West Brom. Albury. Lee's had a good week then. Yeah. Like I say, Ireland, like 90s, definitely you would have seen the change. And probably 80s as well, to be fair. But like I'm not going to keep going about, mate. You wouldn't recognise it, mate. I don't know. Have you been back to Birmingham since you moved out and had a little walk around? Like, shocking, man. I'm out in Moseley. A lot surprised I've never bumped into you.
I done a job in Moseley a few years back. I mean, I found Moseley quite nice. Like in the actual town bit, like it's quite smart.
Yeah. Moseley. Yeah, Moseley used to be a right cosmopolitan area, and this is why I moved there, because I was thinking, what's the best place in Birmingham to move to? I thought Moseley's nice. So, like I said, I'm going back 10, 11 years, and it was half decent then. It was probably one of the better areas in Birmingham. And now it's full of. It's just gone to pot, basically. It's full of lefties, left wingers, what just can't see what's going on, and then you, like I said before, you go quarter of a mile in either direction, and it's like being in a different country. Yeah, so you go out a lot. I don't go out, to be fair. I don't even go out anymore, Blue Shadow, to be honest. You wouldn't see me out at night. I never go out, man. I mean, I used to be when I was younger. I was always out, but you wouldn't see me out in a bar in Moseley or anything like that. I'm in the house by about 8 o'clock, man. Right, boring these days.
West Brom and Villa.
Yeah, I bet you do. Yeah, stick out like a
fool. Well, I'm surrounded by Villa fans, mate. There's any me in the neighbourhood of the road with Blues fans around here. They're literally all Villa, just Villa.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I mean, I was laughing when I come back from the match yesterday. I was walking down the road and down the estate, and that would be Blues top on. I was like, "Fuck it, let's have it."
Yeah,
you blue boys.
Yeah, so Keith saying thanks for the donation, generosity. I'll donate to that as well, Keith. We'll go through these last comments, and should we finish off, Jake? We're coming up to the 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours more.
It's been a brilliant episode. Really enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, I mean, first time callers as well. Again, brilliant. But this is what this is all about. This is a platform where we can all talk just once a month. Not really much on the football. More about us and and you guys and that, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, Bearwood's nice, man. Bearwood and Harborne's lovely, isn't it? Harborne. So passing there on the way to the airport. Yeah, my brother lived there in Bearwood, so I was more over. Yeah, Bearwood and Harborne's still nice, but you can see it creeping in. Okay, so we'll go through these last comments then, guys. Don't go to no bars, usually shopping. Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of nice little shops. I get a few little bits from that Encore. I do. I got a lovely Boss coat from there the other day. That Encore, the Encore on the corner, Blue Shadow. It's like it's a designer second-hand shop. So say if I've got say if I had a Boss coat and I've wore it a few times but I don't like it, I put it in this shop. And they'll say, well, we'll put it on display, and if someone buys it, we'll give you X amount. I've got a lovely Boss coat from there. It just come in that day. I only paid about 45 quid for it. Beautiful it is. Yeah, shopping. Puff out your chest and pride, that top. Yeah, Lee loves West Brom as well, doesn't he, Lee?
Yeah.
Is that your second team, Lee, West Brom? Loves West Brom. He's always mentioning West Brom.
He does, yeah. Bless you.
Great show. Nice one, Blue Shadow. Nice chatting to you.
Brilliant speaking to you on the phone as well.
Yeah, there's some nice bits. I've brought a few little bits from there. I have. I brought about 5 or 6 items from there. You just have to go in there probably once or twice every couple of weeks and just have a browse around, and you can catch something nice in there. Like I say, the coat I got's beautiful, man. I was buzzing with it. So yeah, there we go, man. 2 hours on the mark. How about that one?
Brilliant, mate. It's been a good stream again. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and this is what this is about, isn't it, Nick? This is what we like to do.
Yeah. It's been brilliant, man. And breaking news, breaking transfer news as well, Joe.
Well, yeah, I know, mate. Yeah, and then you got to hear me singing about the yam yams when I'm a yam yam.
I know, yeah, I couldn't believe that this morning. Yeah, we know that. They do some nice things. West Brom made me laugh when they said the shit. Yeah. When we played them in the league, we beat it 3-1. We was having right banters with them, and it was when was it Sanderson scored or Bacuna and was doing the Z signs up.
Sanderson.
What a night that was, man! That was a great night. That was at St.
Cross off. Oh fucking hell! They put the cross in now. Was it Buchanan? Was it? Someone crossed the ball in, didn't they? And the Sanderson got his head on it.
Because he's a Wolves fan, isn't he? Well, he's a Blues fan now, but he was a Wolves. He comes from Wolverhampton, doesn't
he? Yeah. That's why he done it.
Class, I love Sanderson. I do. I know we got. He done my head a little bit. Everyone was giving him stick for drink driving.
Drama cross. That was it. Yeah, drama. BCFC Ireland.
Like everyone makes mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Like he went on Twitter after he had that drink driving. It's like he'd murdered a kid or something, man. I couldn't believe the reaction of it. Do you know what I mean? It's a young kid. He's made a mistake. Buzzing for Sanderson, man. I'm really pleased he started this season off well. I really like Sanderson, man. Do you know what I mean? And
he looks cool as well. He's got the he's got the look as well, hasn't he? Looks cool, man.
He's class. He's class, man. Nice one, Keith. Take care. Speak to you.
I was one of them, mate. But I'm a realist. Like, I'm quite positive with the Blues. I'm probably like too positive sometimes. Me and you've had a couple of disagreements. Like, even though we get on, we've had a couple of disagreements in terms of managers, the performance and stuff. But it's like Sanderson. We started the season off great, and I don't know what it was, but as soon as John Eustace went, he weren't the same player, was he?
No, he was being asked to do something he wasn't really comfortable with. It was just too quick. The change was, and a lot of players couldn't do what they was doing under Johnny Eustace. So, but it's good to see him at his best. I remember coming on. I don't know if I come on your channel, Joe, or I was saying it on mine, and it was not long after we got relegated, and I said, someone asked me if they keep Sanderson, and I said I'll keep him. Do you know what I mean? I guarantee he'll be class in League One. And I weren't getting pouters, but I was getting people disagreeing with me. Same as Dembele. I said the same about Dembele. When we finished the season, people were going, no, he's rubbish. You don't track back. You don't do this. I said, listen, that can be coached. Do you know what I mean? Or under the right manager. Because the guy's absolute class, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all looking good, man. It's all looking good for
we're on the up. Come on, you fucking Blue boys. Let's have it. From a yam Blue.
Listen, I'm going to shoot off then. So it's thanks, Jay, for having me on, and thanks for everyone that's called in. Definitely, and well done, Blue. Shout out for calling in, and Keith and Pete as well. Thanks for the calls, man. Thanks for the calls. So should we leave it there?
Yeah, Nick, I love you, mate.
Yeah, love you, brother. Keep right on.
Keep right on, mate. And cheers for everybody who's found in as well.
Thank you. Keep right on.
Keep right on.